Now, we talked before that on their 18th birthday, they're expected to leave. What actually happens the day they turn 18? Can they still live here, or what are their options?
They can't live here. We're licensed for children up to the age of 18. So, on midnight of their 18th birthday, they are a young adult. So they are technically no longer permitted to reside, with foster children. So it's a technicality and something that we deal with. So at midnight, on their 18th birthday, then they're required to leave. Obviously, we don't have them leave at midnight, but we'll make arrangements, to transport them somewhere or to get someone involved. There are programs that really work with the post-18 foster population, in terms of helping them with housing and other types of support. So we work with those programs and trying to make that transition, from the Haven to another residence, as smooth as possible. But we're not licensed, to have kids beyond the age of 18 live here, at the Haven.
But prior to that midnight time, there's a plan and process, obviously, to let them go into the next step. So you're not literally just putting them out on the street, as the state says you should do, which is crazy in itself. But you're actually helping them in the next step and finding the next place to live.
Yeah, there's a lot of components, to that whole transition. But there's an independent living component, and so we actually start working with kids as young as 13, to prepare them to live independently. So a lot of the programs that we have in place, really works to prepare a kid, to leave at 18. The challenge that, that everybody knows, and I mean, if you look at it in terms of some of the research studies that have been done, I mean, a child from a stable biological family really doesn't reach a level of self-sufficiency until about the age of 25 or 26 anyway. So you got a child that's leaving foster care at 18 with no family and with no support. That they're probably not going to mature to the point of being independent until they are 25 or 26 years old. So it's a real challenge. That period of time once they leave foster care is a real challenge.
Which is why it's another reason, and I believe very important, that if you have the ability to donate your time, sometimes to have a conversation with one of these young men could impact them for the rest of their life. And if you remember maybe a conversation you had when you were younger and impressionable and how it left you even into your adulthood, the ability that you have to impact one of these young guys could be very profound. So I encourage you to, again, try see what you can do to donate your time, drive up here. Even if it's once a month for an hour, you could really make a big difference.